everyone, I'm Colleen Ballinger. I'm pregnant with twins. This is my cat Daisy, and we're gonna give you an update on my second trimester experience. Sorry, I'm coming at you with bad lighting and excuse me, not a great setup. The room is messy, but I am sitting in the twins nursery, pre-twins nursery. Right now it's our guest room full of random stuff, and we're in the process of getting random stuff out so we can turn it into a nursery. Exactly. I am very tired. I'm currently in my third trimester, and I realized I never did a second trimester video update. And I love these videos. These videos help me survive my pregnancy, was finding other women who have experienced twin pregnancies and hearing about their symptoms and what they've been through and how they got through them. I wanted to do this video, but I have literally no energy. So that's why it's just kind of a lame setup. It's not all cutesy and perfect and Instagram mommy. It's just me and my cat, and we're sitting on a gross bed that the sheets have not been washed in a very long time. So here we go. Are you ready, Daisy? So if you're not interested in my pregnancy or what my second trimester was like, or twin pregnancies or anything like that, don't watch this video. You will absolutely hate it. But if you're interested in me and my life, or twin pregnancies or pregnancy in general, and what symptoms could occur for you, are occurring for me, you might find this video helpful. I don't know, but I really like watching these, so I wanted to make one for anyone out there who might enjoy it. First, let's talk about symptoms. I'm already like well into my third, oh God, there's cat hair in my nostrils. I'm currently well into my third trimester, so it was kind of hard for me to remember even what the second trimester was like. But I will say this, most people are like, oh my God, the second trimester is when you... Oh my God. Oh! I'm a mess. If you came here for like cute mom content, you're not gonna find it. Okay, anyway, most people who are pregnant experience a sort of euphoria in the second trimester. The nausea from the first trimester is gone. They have more energy. They feel cute. They're just like, oh my God, I'm just so cute and pregnant. I love it. This is the best time of my life. I'm glowing. And that is not my personal experience. Before I get into everything, I want to clarify, I am not a doctor. I don't know anything. I'm an idiot. And every pregnancy is different. Every person's needs are different. So this is just my personal experience. I'm not telling you what to do, what you should do, take it or leave it. This is just what I have gone through and what has helped me. All that being said, second trimester, trash. I was prepared for this because my pregnancy with my 2-year-old son, I heard from everyone that the second trimester was great and just get through the first trimester and the second trimester is incredible. And they are all liars, because that was not my experience. I got through the first trimester, and then the second trimester hit and it got worse. My nausea got worse. I started fainting. Oh, my pelvic floor pain got so bad. I could barely walk. I was miserable. I mean, my second trimester was torture. It was horrible with my son. And so I kind of knew that going into this one, that might happen, and it did. Second trimester was really rough for me, but it was much different than my first trimester. First trimester was mostly the nausea that really got to me. The nausea was horrible. The pelvic girdle pain was pretty bad in my first trimester, and my depression, my sadness, my emotions were awful in my first trimester. Second trimester was the same. So I have continued to be nauseous through my entire pregnancy. The nausea in my first trimester was the worst, but second trimester certainly was still there. So I'm gonna go through my list of symptoms from my second trimester. I certainly did not experience any cute pregnancy glow or happiness or like feeling so much better and having energy. That's never happened to me. Like, pregnancy just is not fun for me. But I also need to clarify, I'm extremely grateful that I'm pregnant. I'm so happy that I'm pregnant. I feel very lucky that I get to experience pregnancy. I know that that is something that not every person gets to experience who wants to experience it, and I don't take it for granted at all. I would go through all of the pain, all the symptoms a million times to have my children, so it's totally worth it, but it doesn't mean it doesn't suck when you're experiencing the symptoms. Anyway, here we go. Pelvic floor pain, or pelvic girdle pain is what it's called, and it is awful. If you've experienced it, you know how horrible it is. If you haven't experienced it, there's no way I can explain it to you that makes sense. It just feels like your pelvic bone, your vaginal area is just shattered and bruised, and it hurts to walk. It hurts to lift a leg up to get in the shower or the bathtub, to put on your underwear. It hurts to turn over in bed, like from side to side, and I'm not talking like ooh, it's a little sore, ooh, ouch. It's like scream and agony pain. With my son, I think pelvic floor pain was worse than my contractions. I haven't had contractions yet with twins, so I don't know if they'll compare, but the pain of pelvic floor pain was horrendously worse than contractions. So that's really fun, and that remained terrible in my second trimester. I got very lightheaded in my second trimester, clumsy, very shaky. I had a really hard time breathing, horrible muscle cramps, constipation, nausea, heartburn, vitamin D deficiency. I became anemic, lots of exhaustion, really bad allergies, and the worst symptoms for me in my second trimester were depression and anxiety. I will get to what I did for solutions to some of those issues in a second, but first I want to say some of the good things that happened in my second trimester were I found out the genders of the twins. I'm having a boy and a girl, and that was really exciting to find out. I'm having di-di twins. They're not identical twins, obviously, that's a boy and a girl, but they both have their own little spaces in my uterus. They both have their own little sacs with their own placentas, their own amniotic fluid. They're just living their best lives on their own. Even though they like to cuddle, they cuddle through a membrane wall or something. I don't know, I'm not a scientist, but I'm having di-di twins, boy and a girl, and I found out that they were a boy and a girl at the beginning of my second trimester, and it was honestly like one of the best, most exciting moments maybe of my life. I was very, very happy, very excited. That was really fun. I did a live show during my second trimester, which I thought for some reason in my dumb brain would be a great idea, and it was really fun, and I was really proud of myself after I did it, but it was exhausting, and I basically couldn't get off the couch for like a week after that show, but it was very fun, and anyone who tuned in, thank you. That was really great, and I can't wait to perform again. I hope I can perform live in person after the twins come someday. Another fun thing that happened in my second trimester is I got to do an awkward fake maternity shoot with my sister-in-law. We had a blast taking lots of pictures. It was very exciting that I got to be pregnant at the same time as my sister-in-law. She now has her baby, little Teddy, and so we're not pregnant anymore together, but my second trimester we got to be pregnant together and commiserate together, and that was really fun to have her pregnant with me. But now I'm all alone. I don't have any pregnant friends. Another big thing that happened to me in the second trimester is I fell down my stairs. Like I said, got really shaky is a big symptom. Like I'd get really shaky, couldn't catch my breath, and I had really bad balance because my weight's all shifted and it's all in the front, and I just, sometimes my legs just give up and I kind of fall. And so that happened when I was walking down the stairs. I was holding onto the railing of the stairs and I slipped and I caught myself on my arm, and then I fell all the way down to my tailbone. So I bruised my arm pretty bad and I bruised my tailbone pretty bad, but I was okay, the babies were okay, but it was really scary. And then for the following few weeks, I could tell everyone was just like keeping a really close eye on me and wouldn't let me be alone ever. My nurse, she would follow me to the bathroom. Like everyone was afraid I was gonna fall again, but my legs just gave up. Like I just all of a sudden got lightheaded, and I didn't faint, but I did just fall. And so that was not fun. So let's talk about solutions to symptoms. Like I said, every person is different. Every human needs different things when they are pregnant. Some women have way worse pregnancies than me. Some women have way easier pregnancies than me. And some women have similar pregnancies to me. And if you have similar symptoms, maybe some of these things will help you, maybe not. I'm not telling you to do them, but this is what I did. Pelvic floor pain, I've had the entire pregnancy. It is very painful. It's very hard to walk. It hurts. Everything hurts. It's a lot of pain in the girly parts area. So I go to a pelvic floor specialist, physical therapist. She gives me stretches and exercises to do. I was pretty good about doing them in the second trimester. You'll find out in the third trimester how good I am at doing them, which is not great. My second trimester, I was pretty good at doing all my exercises and trying to keep up on that, which I think helped with the pelvic floor pain, but it still was there pretty intensely. And I see her once a week. I also go to the chiropractor once a week, and that, oh my God, if I could recommend anything to try when you are pregnant, it is a chiropractor. Go to the chiropractor. Like if you can, try it. Find a chiropractor who specializes in pregnant people. Just try it. For hip pain, back pain, pelvic floor pain, any pain anywhere, I swear to you, I go to the chiropractor and I leave and I feel fine. Granted, the pain all comes back like the next day, but at least for that day, I have like a little bit of relief. If you can, it's worth trying, I would say. I'm not gonna say it's gonna fix anything, because it doesn't fix anything, the pain comes back. But I will say that it is a nice relief for me, it works for me, and I would recommend it if you wanna try it out. So we realized why I was getting like lightheaded and had really bad shortness of breath. I mean, like you would think I was running in a marathon and I hadn't done anything. I'd be sitting down watching TV and all of a sudden just like pant like a dog that just had run all around a park for an hour. That was really bad, and we found out that I am anemic, and so I have iron supplements, and the iron supplements actually weren't helping enough. And so now my third trimester, I had to start getting literal iron supplements put into my veins through an IV because the iron pills were just not doing the job. Yeah, I became very very anemic. I got really bad muscle cramps, or Charlie horses is what I always called them growing up, in my feet and in my calves while I was sleeping. The pain was so bad it would wake me up. It's when your foot kind of goes like that and you can't bend it or move it, and it just really freaking hurts. So that happened to me a lot in my second trimester, and my doctor told me to try magnesium. So I took magnesium supplements and that has helped, but also baths. Oh my God, my second trimester, I swear to you, I took a bath every single night. And do not cover me and say like pregnant people aren't supposed to take baths. You can't take a bath if the temperature is the right temperature and if you only stand for like 10 minutes. So like you actually can take baths when you are pregnant. Don't listen to people who say you can't take baths. Talk to your doctor and your doctor will advise you on the temperature and how long and all that stuff. But baths, oh my God, okay. Baths in Epsom salts and magnesium salts, like life changing. My favorite thing I did in my second trimester, it helped me so much. So right before I'd go to bed, didn't matter how tired I was, I would fill a bath like with so much magnesium salts and Epsom salts, and I would soak in that mother trucker and just like let my belly float out of the water and just be like, oh my God, and let it just kind of soak into my skin. It really helped. It helped me fall asleep because it made my body relaxed and my muscles relaxed that were all sore from the day, and it also helped with those muscle cramps. So that was really helpful for me. My favorites were, there's like these pregnancy flakes I found on Amazon. I also love the Dr. Teal's. There's like a lavender bubble soap, and then there's an eucalyptus bubble soap. I like bubble baths, so that was my thing. I'll put like what I used on the screen or something, or maybe I'll forget. I don't know, but I do it. It's fabulous. Constipation was a real big one and continues to be. I've been constipated my entire pregnancy. I take a lot of fiber supplements. So I try to eat a lot of fiber, and then I also take like fiber gummies every day. That has helped me a lot, but I really try to keep track of how often I'm able to get all that business out of my anus. I'm trying to be discreet, but then I just say the word anus. Yeah, I keep track of how often it happens. I want to make sure I'm on top of it and eating as much fiber as possible and trying to like clear out my system, because constipation is real, y'all. Hemorrhoids, not fun. And I get them a lot when I'm pregnant. They are excruciating. With nausea, I did get medicine from my doctor that was safe for babies that I took when I absolutely needed it. Sometimes the nausea was so bad I would have my at-home nurse come and give it to me in an IV on days that were pretty rough. I'm super, super lucky. I have an amazing nurse who comes to my house. I know not everyone has that luxury. I feel so, so lucky that I get to have that. I wish I could make it so that every pregnant woman could have that throughout their pregnancies, because it has helped me a lot to have her be able to come to me and help me on days where I literally can't get out of bed. That was really helpful to have medicine pumped right in my veins. I would feel less nauseous within like 10 minutes of her starting the IV. Heartburn, same thing. I got some medicine from my doctor for that. That is safe for babies, safe for me. So talk to your doctor if you have heartburn, if you have nausea, and it's pretty extreme, because your doctor can help you with that. But heartburn with twins is pretty common. It's pretty common with all pregnancies, to be honest, but with twins, it's usually pretty bad because there's two babies in there. So my little girl is on the top and she's constantly squishing up against my stomach, against my lungs. And I mean, every night the heartburn is very bad to the point where I basically have to sleep sitting up, which is really fun. So depression and anxiety were my worst symptoms in my second trimester. And the best thing that helped me with that is therapy. I have incredible doctors, and my doctors all were like, we need to make sure we're staying on top of this, because they knew it was something I struggled with in my first pregnancy. No one really helped me with it. I didn't even realize I was depressed until after I had my son, and I was like, oh my God, I was miserable. I think that was depression, because now I feel like me again and I feel okay, and I've never been that sad and miserable in my whole life. This time I knew that going into it, and I did get diagnosed with depression and anxiety. I've worked with my doctors on what is safe for me and what I need, and I go to my therapist every single week who keeps a close eye on me, and it has helped so much to make sure that I have medical professionals who listen and understand what I'm going through and want to help. I think the biggest advice I could give anyone, if anyone wants to take advice, is make sure that you have medical professionals surrounding you that listen to you and don't make you feel stupid and don't tell you you're wrong. I've had so many doctors who talked down to me and told me I was making things up, told me I was fine, that my symptoms were just normal and I was fine, and what I was going through was not normal and I needed help. And it is life-changing to have doctors that really listen and care. That's like my number one piece of advice. Like, I wish someone had really forced me to switch doctors my first time around. My doctor was awesome my first time around with pregnancy, but just not a right fit for me, and I needed someone who would really listen to all of my symptoms and help me to improve them. A big difference between my pregnancy with my son and my twin pregnancy is my pregnancy with my son, I was fainting all the time. I have not fainted at all this pregnancy. Oh my God. So that's like one thing that's better about this pregnancy. Excuse me. And I honestly think it's because my doctors have listened to me and all of my symptoms and have helped me and given me vitamins and supplements and changes to my diet and listened to everything that I've said and tried to help me so that it never got to the point of fainting. But with my last doctor, I would say I was lightheaded or shaky or nauseous or having these extreme spurts of I couldn't breathe, or I was super, super lightheaded and losing my vision, losing my hair. Like I was telling him these things and I was just told, yeah, you're pregnant. Like it just kind of sucks. This time around, I'm telling my symptoms and they're like, well, let's try this, let's try this, let's try this, let's try to get rid of these. And so I haven't fainted at all, which is really exciting. Another exciting and positive thing that happens in the second trimester is you feel the babies. They're like kicking around and moving and dancing, and that is really exciting. And I know where the twins are, like I know how they're sitting in my body. That's very exciting because I know who's kicking and when, and they kick kind of differently, and that's really exciting. Unfortunately, my babies are not cooperating and are not head down right now, which is super annoying. The first trimester, they were head down. For the second trimester, the boy was head down for half the time and then he moved, and now they're in their like bunk beds. So they lay like, she's up here and her head's over here, his head's down here, and he sleeps like that. He's butt down right now. That's annoying because one, it's really uncomfortable for me to have them laying this way. And two, it means that I cannot even try for a vaginal birth if I wanted to, if they're sitting like that. So maybe they'll move, maybe they won't, we'll see. That's how they're sitting. But I will say something different with how they move is my stomach moves a lot more because there's not as much room in there. So I can see them moving constantly. It's really creepy. And I've even put my hand on, my husband has felt this too. We can feel fingers. You can feel fingers and you can feel toes, because there's a difference between like an elbow or a knee, and then you literally feel like tiny, tiny, tiny little like that against my skin. It is so weird. You don't see it on my skin. You don't see like fingerprints in my skin, but you can feel it. You can feel like little tap, 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 tap like that. Like, it's so weird. But I never felt that with one that I can remember. Maybe I felt it with him, but I didn't remember that. It is really spooky. So those are all my symptoms that I can remember from my second trimester. It feels like 1,000 years ago. And those are all the things I did to kind of help. And I'm sure I'm forgetting a billion things, but that's what I could remember from my second trimester. Now products, I just wanted to go through this really quick. There's not a lot of products that I've used that like I've loved. Obviously lots of vitamins. I have a vitamin D deficiency, so I take vitamin D, magnesium, iron supplements, a million other things I'm not remembering right now. But other products I use, pregnancy pillow, my best friend. I love a pregnancy pillow. My goodness, I have 3 pregnancy pillows, guys. I love a pregnancy pillow. Even if you're not pregnant, get a pregnancy pillow because they're amazing. Good Doctors isn't the other product that I recommend. Get a freaking Good Doctor, it's worth it. A water tumbler. So like I always, mine's over there, I don't hold it, but it's my new one. I have a tumbler over there. It's my new one. Here's a picture of it. It's a holiday themed cute little tumbler. This thing is with me wherever I go, and it's always full of ice water. I have 1,000 cups like this, and I take them with me everywhere I go. They're always full of water. It helps me stay hydrated. I like ice cold water. I need ice filled to the brim. This is my one dilemma with like, I love Europe. I would love to live in Europe, but y'all don't like ice there for some reason, and I can never get enough ice in my cups. Here, this thing is always full to the brim of ice, and it is full to the brim of water at all times, and it is glorious, and I highly recommend any tumbler. You don't have to use mine, but you can pre-order it right now if you want to. But yeah, water, everything. And the other product is those magnesium bath salts or Epsom salts. These are the only products I really used in my second trimester. And cozy clothes. I can't tell you how often I am buying clothes because I'm constantly growing out of them. So I like to buy big baggy soft sweatshirts and sweatpants constantly. Big baggy rompers. Rompers don't fit me anymore, but rompers were like kind of my jam first trimester and a little bit of second trimester. Other than that, I'd say my biggest advice for anyone pregnant is just survive. Like if you survive a day of pregnancy, you are crushing the game. I just feel like I'm in survival mode right now. Like being pregnant with twins with a toddler is hard. Every day I get through and I get in bed, I'm like, I got through another day of pregnancy. I am a superhero. Because it's hard and it's painful and it sucks. For me, not for everyone, but for me, that's my experience. It's been really brutal and really hard. And I'm laughing right now, but like, you should talk to my husband. Are you licking your poo nanny right now? Okay, anyway, I need to go. But you should ask my husband how often I'm crying. It's constant just sobbing and panic attacks and just misery and moaning and groaning and huffing and puffing. Pregnancy is rough, but I'm really excited to meet these kiddos, and maybe I'll get around to making a third trimester video near the end of my third trimester, but I might be having a very short third trimester. If you watch my vlog channel where I vlog every day about my pregnancy, you will already know that these twins could be coming very, very soon. They could be coming tonight and they could be coming in a month. We don't really know, but we know that like it's a high probability that they're coming earlier than we think. So we're kind of on baby watch right now. I'd love to make a third trimester video, but I don't know that I'll get to it before the twins come. We'll see. But that's my second trimester update. Love you guys. Hope you have a great day. Don't forget to subscribe and all the things. Oh, here's my bump update. I'm gonna put it on the screen now. This was my second trimester bump as it grew. Yeah, now it's a lot bigger than that and I am uncomfortable. Love you guys. See you later. Goodbye.